Whatever that is, man, is fun.
It's dope.
I get why you're hyping this pedal up. Luke's been talking about this pedal since he ordered it nonstop, and we're lucky to have a lot of stuff come through the shop. But like, this is one of the few things I plugged in recently where it's like, this is fun. I could just sit here and like come up with cool sounds and use this. What is it, you ask? You'll find out. How's it going? It's Wednesday. It's early today.
Yeah, it's an early one.
But that's okay because it's in lieu of having a guest here with us who is overseas, and making them do this at 5 a.m. would be very selfish.
Yeah.
And unfair.
Unideal situation.
Today we're taking a look at the Cathedral from Spline Laboratories, which is actually a Canadian company, so that's why this is kind of a cool crossover for us. If you're here, say what's up in the comments. Give us a good old smash
it, subscribe.
Get some friends in here, because today we're hanging out with our buddy Josh Ong, who is of the internet
and elsewhere. Yeah.
How's it going?
There you are.
There he is. He appears.
My last name right.
Yeah,
Let's
I did.
go.
Well, it's okay. I asked. I'll out myself and say I asked how to say it, so I didn't look like an idiot.
Yeah.
But
Fair enough.
how's it going, man?
Good. What's been
Good.
happening?
Dude, we're chilling. It's early for us, but it's late for you. So I just want to firstly say thanks for joining us on kind of seemingly short notice. We were thinking of something to do this week because Derek, our head of sales and VP, usually does this with us. He's away, and he brings in like a piece of gear for us to try. And Luke has been raving about your pedal, so we figured it was a good opportunity to check it out. And you graciously responded that you would join us, which is awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah, we've kind of been in touch on Instagram on and off throughout the last little bit. But yeah, it's cool. This thing, I will say, dude, this thing is really sick. So I'm curious to like learn how this came together and kind of how you like to use it. It's funny because we quickly chatted before this, and you were saying it's not only intended to do what we were just doing. So it'll be cool to like kind of get your take on all of that. But yeah, dude. So I guess firstly, like, tell us a bit, like for anyone, like I feel like a lot of the people who come and watch this will know of you because you probably are what's bringing them here. But in the same time, tell us a bit about what you do.
So, hello, my name is Josh, but a lot of people know me as Angel Season. If you don't know who I am,
Yes.
I am one of the internet people. I make content. That's how most people find me. I'm not making content. I'm mixing music, writing music, and producing records, or as many as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do with myself.
And you've been making a name for yourself doing it, which is very sick. And there's a lot of unique, kind of heavier sounds that I will say, Luke is the hip young gentleman here who's introducing me to all of the new cool internet things that I'm out of touch with now. And a lot of like really unique kind of heavy tones coming out these days, which is sweet. I feel like it's a cool time for like not just like obviously like heavier music's doing well in like kind of the pop world right now, but like even in terms of just like super gnarly heavy stuff, there's just like so many different cool sounds happening now compared to like even 5 years ago, and that seems to be something you've definitely been able to like utilize and kind of find your own way with. What kind of like led you down, because you're saying you don't listen to like a ton of heavy stuff, like what kind of led you down that road of like production and all of that, tone, all that?
I think I did something right a few times and it stuck.
Yeah, just through trying different stuff.
Yeah, like I took a wild shot at joining a band when I was younger and it worked. It gave me my first platform into Will, but then that always leads to other things and I kept falling down the metal rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I do love what I do with it. And I do love the genre as a whole, and I love a lot of newer bands and people that are always pushing the boundary, like Thornhill and
Totally.
like Load and like Connor Sweeney and all the Saatchi group. They're just doing something new.
Yeah.
So I love being around new and people innovating.
That's
So
sick.
that's kind of why I'm here. It's also the only industry that is willing to have an open mind to equipment. Usually it's like, if you're a blues guy, the peak you get is maybe a
Yeah, it's kind of like cool to explore again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I feel like all around it kind of is. I think people kind of reach these thresholds of like being bored with what's existing, and like rather, I find these days myself, the amount of time that I have to sit and play, it's kind of more inspiring to find a cool sound that will lead you down a different path than like trying to play the same riffs with the same sounds. Like there's so many available creative options that didn't exist before, and it's like a good time to embrace that.
I have it good.
Absolutely.
You kids got it good,
Yeah, I was
man.
gonna say, I came in at the right time.
You'll never know, like, yeah.
I know a little bit
using
about
like
it,
a PV Rage amp.
No, man, my dad had a Fender DeVille
Oh, that's a
with 410.
Oh, like one of the big ones.
Oh, yeah, the big
Yeah,
one.
that's not a bad
Hot
place
rod
to start.
DeVille.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
For high gain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. Yeah, you were talking about like Loathe and bands like that. Like Loathe's newest single. I'm assuming there's a record coming, but like the newest song they put out, the mix on it is just like totally different than any heavy mix I've ever heard. And I feel like it's one of those things where like if you were to put the guitars on their own, they're very like pointy, but like when you let it sit on everything, it's just like, whoa, dude, like that just brings out so much attack in the mix. Like, it's very cool to see bands like really pushing that now, and not just using the same like nothing against modeling either, because like obviously plugging into like plugins and stuff is just a great way to like quickly get going and like be able to audition different sounds and mixes. But like it's cool when people are trying genuinely different stuff. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure that there's like a lot of modelers used on that big Loathe album too. I'm pretty sure the guitars were Pliny. Like the
I'm pretty sure
don't quote me, I might be wrong.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I've used the Nolly on like a lot of different stuff, and I know people that have too. Like with intervals, like I was talking with Aaron, and like the new one is more amps, but like Circadian is like pretty much all just neural DSP. It's like the opposite of what the usual thing is. It's all live drums and bass, and then all digital guitars.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, and I don't know, like you can kind of get that uniqueness with those things too if you know how to use them. But I feel like the thing with that is like for people who just want to play quickly or whatever, let's load up whatever preset, and then you kind of just end up living in that same world, and it's like hard to get creative in that space, I guess, if you always kind of go into the same place. Yeah. So there's definitely benefits to both things. Do you ever use like what do you generally do for your recording at home? Like, are you primarily a direct in guy?
Am I primarily what?
Direct in, like you're doing everything kind of in the box, or are you?
Yeah, I did DIN. Adding a Cathedral into my workflow was like enough of a sacrilege to color my DIs. Because when I go back over like old demos, most of the time I'm tracking demos, and most of them don't make it to finals. So when I go back to learn the finals, it'd be nice to like have a clean DI to be like, what the fuck am I playing?
Yes, yeah, for sure. But in the same breath, though, like kind of integrating pedals into it is like a different way to kind of get those flavors, even still recording in an approachable like setting, right? I think that's the thing with all the direct stuff is like it's just so accessible to get good stuff, and being able to integrate both sides of the tech. Like even with what we do, like we make tube amps, right? But in the same breath, we still promote the fact that it's a direct-in solution because that just suits a lot of people's circumstances.
Yeah, that was such a good addition to the product.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, man. Yeah, we gotta get you set up with something. So you're running this like directly just into plugins. Like, what are kind of your go-tos for like heavier stuff?
Everything. I've been blessed with a good relationship in Neural, so I have most of everything.
Yeah,
and I use everything because I can get the best tone out of a specific amp, but I can't do that for everything I do.
Right.
Especially if people are, and for the most part, everything we're talking about, this is for the demo and the routing stage. For finals, it's different. Sometimes I reamp, sometimes we commit, sometimes we changes.
It's nice having the ability to change things after the fact, recording that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm strict with demos because I like the building blocks to be clear.
Yeah.
But I combine Cathedral and whatever pedal sits in the hot spot with whatever neural amps there is, and I grab whatever.
Nice.
And I'll combine the effects and stuff just to create something different every time because I don't want to replicate.
Just like load in the same effects presets.
That it's like then you get a mix from me and it sounds like every other mix I've done. It's kind of like one trick pony. I don't want to be that.
Totally.
Right.
I guess it's like a trap you don't want to fall into as a producer that works with lots of bands is like using the same tricks across multiple projects, because then it just becomes your thing and people are like, oh, well, I don't want that. And they just kind of assume, as you're saying, it's like that's just your thing and that's what you do. It's like, yeah, it's good to like get into a separate headspace for each thing.
Like I'm of the same mindset, but then sometimes I'm also thinking like, is not being known for a specific thing like a mark of success?
Right. Yeah,
So
totally.
there's two ways of approaching it. I'm not sure which one I decided yet.
I guess it
But
just
time to
depends on the day.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong, but yeah, it's true. There's both sides of that coin. It's like because some people are going to know exactly what they want and go to you for that, but in the same breath, you know, working with more clients, less pigeonholing. Like there's no real right answer to any of it. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna wing it. I'm just gonna wing it and see what
yeah,
happens.
do what feels good. That's kind of like what you have to do.
And
Yeah.
then
How did so yeah, like obviously we're checking out the Cathedral. How did the relationship with Spline start? Because they are Canadian. We were just talking about the fact that they're based in Toronto, and you got to come over to Canada sometime when it's not cold. But
I've never seen snow in my life, so I want to go for when it's cold one day. That is,
it's an experience. It's funny. Like the band I was traveling with, Peach Pit, like they're from Vancouver, and like West Coast Canada is just so different in terms of climate to here. They were here in the winter last year, and it was like -40, and like they've been here in the summer, and they're like, honestly, kind of like it in the winter, just because you get the character of the place and you appreciate it. And I'm like, man, if you live here for more than a couple years, you're not going to say that.
Stay for a whole winter,
But-
and then you can talk.
But it is unique to this place.
100%.
And I understand that. Like if you want to get the full experience, like
Well, you're gonna get it.
you're gonna
Like,
get it. Yeah, exactly.
the band that wrote Tommy's Party.
Yeah.
Fantastic song. I love that band.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the big ones.
I
They
like
actually-
just put two and two together.
Oh yeah, that's one of their bigger songs. Yeah, been working with
Yeah,
those
that's
guys
like-
for a few years now. Yeah, they're beauties. They're great guys.
Fantastic. I love when like the artists are just like solid people and there's that bond.
Yeah, they're like
sorry.
good
You
dudes.
also asked how the Cathedral came around.
Yes, we did. How did you link up with them, being a Canadian company? Because you're in Perth, and that's very far away.
So Joe and me built Spline from the start. It started as he posted in a group looking for someone to do art for pedals that he was building, and I thought, hey, maybe I do it and I get some free pedals. I had no idea what he was doing. I didn't know the scale of what he knew and how he could do it. If you open up that pedal, it's different than most pedals you'll see internally. Like
Yeah.
this dude is a fucking
I-
man.
that was like one of the first things
Luke
I
did
was
look
opening
at
it.
it and showed me. I was just like, ooh, that is clean and nice.
It is
I
very
like
clean.
clean and nice things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We take a lot of time and effort into the presentation because we're both artists, we're both musicians and creatives. So we like, there's empty space, art needs to be there.
Yeah. I like that
But-
approach to products. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
Like the physical work is an art in itself.
That's like
It
a little
costs
Easter egg
bit
too.
more, but like it costs a little bit more, but at the same time it's like it's not about that. It's just to create and leave some sort of, something for you to look at and be like, there's effort and thought put into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the board on top, if you unscrewed it and you took a bite out of it, actually tastes like licorice.
Should we do it live?
No, I'm good.
I'll do it.
Luke will do it. Go for it.
I'll do anything.
Yeah, that's sick. I'll do anything. Sure,
Anything
dude.
for the content, bro. Anything for the content.
One bite. How much can you take?
Everyone knows.
I messaged Joe and I was like, hey, let me do your art. He sent me a bunch of prototypes that I just did some designs for. And then as we were designing, we were talking about how, because I said, like, give me a signature pedal. That'd be a good way to start. So easier to push it with someone attached to it.
Yeah, totally.
And then a month from the drop, that's when I kind of had to lock in on social media for the first drop. So I hustled Instagram for that month or two. And then when the first drop came, I got to at least drop it to some audience.
Yeah, totally.
And then it's been growing for the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That was kind of the approach like that Rev took before anyone really knew what we were doing, was to kind of get it in the get it in the hands of people who are going to post about it, and that's kind of the best way to have people recognize what it is like have a face to it that you already know. So it's a
Absolutely.
smart move, like, because people think that way when they see something new. For sure, it's like, oh, who's using it? And like, they're definitely, this pedal I think was a market to be filled for this type of thing, as this type of sound is like growing and all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally, man. So did you?
I think
No,
sorry,
it's
go on.
okay. This is latency issues. You can go ahead.
I was just gonna say the trap of doing it the way we did it was if we did it every time and that was our only shtick, like a signature artist.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
there is always going to be more coming from us, and the next few things we're working on are completely spline.
Like spline centric designs. Yeah. That's cool.
Dope.
So
Yeah.
those will be fun too when they land.
Yeah. It definitely took off, man. Like, did you know? Like, we'll talk. I guess like you can kind of tell me exactly what everything's doing on here. But like, did you have? Was this something that they kind of had an idea of what they wanted to create, or was this purely like you're like, nope, this is what I want, like this is how it has to be, or did he kind of have like an idea to do something like this that you had kind of like caught onto and latched onto and been like, this is sick, let's build on it, you know?
That was pretty much it. He had the idea. I latched onto it, and I was like, hold on, this is what I've been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then a conversation came from it, which led to a lot of conversations. And now I'm calling this dude every other night till like 4 a.m. I can't get away from it.
It's that working relationship. We know how it all works.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. But I found someone that I can get along with as someone I can call a friend. So I love doing this with him, and so that's pretty much it. Like the whole process of this pedal to the point it is now from inception is just like proof of concept of a long distance friendship.
Cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, like even if you guys build on other things, this kind of will always represent like the inception of that and like where you guys were all at that time. And yeah, dude. Okay, so there's a few different modes here. The glare control Luke was telling me about. So quickly, I had a super heavy sound dialed, but let's go. You were saying we can kind of just start normal with everything at noon here.
I didn't intend to start at noon. I just kind of noodled around and it ended up at noon.
Not on your
It's usually the opposite way.
So clean on its own, like you kind of heard what I was doing before at the beginning, but and like that's with so that's without, and then this is with. We had said, oh, nice, man, he has the gate going on my voice, so I can't talk over my playing. That's smart, thank you. Luke, or you said you were into like McGee and like Bon Iver type tones and stuff like that. And right away when I have it just at that Unity setting, it has that kind of like clippy coolness to it that's like exactly what I want from that. And I didn't have any idea that this pedal did that, which is really cool. Like on its own, again, here's just the clean tone.
You could probably turn that level up a bit just to give it a bit more.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. That's it.
We need them.
Yeah, that's the shit, right?
That's
there.
it, dude. And it's super touch sensitive, which I like.
What's your glare set?
So the glare. So what does that? Firstly, what does that do? The glare knob, because that's cool. Like anytime we were cranking it there, it was like giving me kind of like that subby kind of like, yeah. What does it do?
So it's a vintage analog octave up.
Cool.
So it's kind of this brittle octave up that also gates your signal to an extent. So if you dime it and play on that tone, you can do that weird percussive thing that McGee does.
Ooh. Okay. There we go.
You just lit up there.
There you go. You see, it makes it spank. It's got that like...
And it's clippy, but in like a musical way. It's not like a digital distortion clip. It just has kind of like that little edgy kind of thing. That's cool. I'm going to back it just a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
That's sick. So
that's
the cool tone, dude. So yeah, that's like you like to listen to like more of those types of artists as well. Then you were saying, which is sweet, because like initially when I played this pedal and like the marketing behind it was definitely smart in the way that it targeted itself, but I wouldn't have expected it to do that. So it was definitely not an afterthought to have it be able to do that. Like consciously, you're like, I want it to be able to hit these types of sounds. And
I love the duality in things.
Yeah.
You would probably not have heard it, but I write a lot of music, like the Bon Iver, McGee stuff, and I sing
Nice.
in that style mainly. So
it's
I love having the duality of stuff, and the cathedral is that.
Yeah, totally, man. It's funny. Like, yeah, I definitely live in that world of like, even just writing and production. Like, there are just things you can incorporate in terms of like the cool textures and stuff into heavier sounds that make them more unique because people just haven't consciously tried to do it. You know, like kind of combine those. Yeah, combine those worlds. But that's sick.
A half-time break in indie is so tough still.
Yeah, absolutely. So blend is obviously just the blend, gain's the gain. Shape is like an EQ type thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so if we kind of like scoop her, I would assume that's kind of scooping it more.
Yeah, you kind of treat it like a tone knob essentially.
Right, so more back is like the more you open it up, it kind of gets like more honky mid.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, cool. Kind of like it around there for that sound, actually. That's really sick. Yeah, dude. That's very, very cool.
The bass note movement in that riff was very cool.
Oh, thanks, dude. It's like the classic, just chromatic.
It worked. Yeah. You're playing really complex voicing movements, so can you thump?
Not well.
This pedal can thump.
And this pedal can thump. I need. Do you know Jacob Umansky, bass player? Yeah, I play in a band with Jacob, and like I just anytime he sends those riffs, I'm just like, dude, I can't. Like I'm trying. Like that guy just like whoops your ass at those riffs. But like, yeah, I gotta learn. I gotta learn how because like it does the attack already. I can tell.
Dude, you can thump. Like, what are we doing here?
That's not thumping.
You're gonna mash the game.
Better than-
That's
That's thumping for sure. Yeah.
That's something.
I don't know.
I've
never practiced it. But,
Yeah, you got it.
but I can tell already, just like kind of the sub octave kind of thing. So that's coming from the glare knob. That's kind of what does that?
Yeah, the glare doesn't impart any sub. It's an octave.
It's octave up.
It just
So like
it thickens your tone.
Yeah.
So that's what happens in your brain. That it's like adding so much, but
it's interesting because it definitely is like kind of tricking my ear into thinking that is there because I feel a lot of like the low end response, and I'm not sure if it's like a result of that or just like the way that it's blending.
you can't thump.
He does it.
You're definitely doing it
A
too.
little more gain on here.
You're definitely thumping. I call that thumping.
Yeah.
That's thumping. You don't get the right angle finger, but like
Yeah, like the Tosin thumb where it almost like goes backward.
The hitchhiker. Isn't that called a hitchhiker thumb?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, where like
the hitchhiker
I don't
thumb.
have it.
He
But
has very ideal thumbs for those types of techniques because he has like you look how much he can bend it. It's like, dude,
That man has like the genetic blessing of thumbs. Like,
he was born to thump. Yeah.
Because there's no other way to get it comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
if you go at this angle, then all your fingers get caught in the back end when you do the upstrokes.
Totally, man. This does it. Like again, I'm not the right guy maybe to demo that, but like that I can just tell from the attack, like it does have that very like it's thick and like I guess when I was saying that's something I was hearing, like there's a lot of low end presence to it, but the attack is just very, very present and you can make it do the clacky thing really nicely, which is great.
Yeah.
So what are the different modes? There's 3 modes on here. I'm in the middle right now.
So the middle is the boost. It's more of you can use it to tighten an amp the standard way, Misha used to do back in the day.
Yep.
Gain on 0, volume. And then you can actually introduce the glare as like a thickener / octave circuit.
Okay, cool.
My go-to personal setting though is not in the middle mode. So you get 2 up and down modes.
Yep.
Up mode, think of it as up, treble, bottom, bass. So up has that nasally, trebly fuzz.
Okay.
It's really good for like weird leads and stuff that you want to sound like the recording's just been like stretched and torn apart.
Cool.
And then you put it down and it sounds like a nuclear bomb just went off inside your head.
Yeah, it does. That was the mode Luke was doing. Like that.
If you get a good rhythm tone though, there is a setting on that where I kind of use it where instead of taking over the tone, it complements it for most tones.
Okay. Cool.
I got the settings dialed into my brain. Level on glare max, and then shape and blend on 4 and gain on 3.
similar to
and then
that.
put the gain, and get the gain just get the blend set to where you kind of hear it but not overpowering. Especially on top of it.
Go, Luke. You want to do it, buddy. I know you do. Luke's the slam lord. Chug, that sounds sick, dude.
That's what the glare does.
Yeah.
Because when you max it out on its own on full blend, it's just a bit much. But you back it off and it reinforces your tones.
Totally. It's kind of like with it's not the same pedal. We have this pedal, the Mahler here, which is kind of like verging on HM2 type territory. And that's kind of the thing is like you do the max HM2 setting, but you just kind of blend it underneath. So like you have the sludginess where like somewhere, but it's not like overpowering the main. Yeah, for sure. We'll show it after. This thing also sounds sick. They're different pedals, but like that's kind of the trick with this too, because there's two sides of it. There's just like the drive side and the HM2 side, and the HM2 side can get absolutely nuts on its own.
Yeah,
but like you can still use it musically in the same setting that you're saying with this. It's like you kind of max out the glare on it and then put it into where it feels nice, you know.
All right,
Go for it.
let's do it.
Dude, like those harmonic noises, it makes them so sick though, because like the octave thing just makes it sound like a wall of like harmonics, which is awesome.
Yeah, first time.
You can like A/B it and then do a pick scrape with it on and off, and hear the difference.
That's the first thing I did as soon as I plugged it in. I was like, and I turned it on, and I was like, oh, it's very different.
Can you do the upward pick scrapes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
like
and then you turn the pedal on.
Yeah,
like the stringer.
the mic stringer. Well, that's good. The Gojira mic stringer.
Sorry, the Gojira mic stringer.
/ Morbid Angel. Oh yeah, where's the gate? Turn the gate off. Go ahead. What do you say?
Yeah, you do it. You do it better than me.
Because they're doing like the. Talking about like the down scrape.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes like all the crazy stuff just sound so much crazier, which is sweet. Like that is definitely a thing now that I really enjoy. It's just like cool sounds, you know, like.
We wanted to make something that we could like, you know, like max out and just destroy your amp, or we could actually dial it back and turn it into something that could be an always on to reinforce or to like.
Like just for the chuggy stuff too. Like it just like without the gain, it's not like it's really adding a ridiculous amount of gain, which is sweet because like everything stays really tight. Like you can set the gain like that, max that out, and like still get that effect, but there's still some clarity in what you're doing just because it's not like an outrageous amount of gain compared to what you could be putting into it, right? You can still hear the attack and what's happening and like do that and it's like
for some reason when the glare knob is maxed, it tightens too. It like it acts like a gate almost.
Yeah. Like the dynamic difference from like picking like when you do that, like you still hear everything, but as soon as you want to just like this, like it really responds to how hard you're picking, which is cool because it allows you to be able to get those kind of sounds like based on the dynamic that you're playing at and not just constantly be getting juiced by, you know, like it makes it a lot more versatile that it responds to your feel that way. Yeah. Dude, this is sick.
Dude, that amp sounds fucking crazy with the Cathedral too.
Thanks, dude. This is the purple channel, which I think is like, you had mentioned the 120 before. I think you'd probably get along best with the purple channel because like on the high gain amps, like the red channel, it has as much gain, but it's kind of like, you'd probably still like it actually, I guess, just because you're producing different types of high gain sounds. It's like saggier and more kind of like loose. where all of our amps are pretty tight, but this purple channel specifically is like very high mid forward. Like on its own, it's still quite pronounced.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can really get that like 1K honk out of it.
Yeah, totally. And that's like a little bit of, there's this mid cut, which actually is like a mid boost. The terminology is kind of weird, but I like putting that on and then actually scooping the mid back a bit, because this just adds like a certain attack in there that sits nicely. But you like, that's with the gain about halfway. But for that reason, like because it's quite tight, it takes things like this very nicely. Like they work well together, you know? Canadian tone, baby, and Australian,
Canadian
I
tone.
guess. What was that?
My favorite type of tone, Canadian.
Absolutely. Yeah. So much so that you created something with us. So yeah. Luke, why don't you had a good tone dialed. We get your slam tone going. Yeah.
Okay. Slam tone.
Slam tone.
You like slam, Josh?
I wrote a few slam songs for Naz from Heaven's Gate, my bandmate, because he said, I want to try some weird slam vocals. So I wrote him a few slam tracks, and I made the snare ping, and that was my first attempt.
made the snare ping.
My man.
Top mic only.
My man.
High tuning.
It was like, it was a standard mix. And the mix was just like a standard heavy mix, and then I just layered the ping sample and snare, and good enough.
That's it.
The ping sample.
Yeah.
We got to get the ping sample for Luke.
I have a ping sample.
Luke, you got to show him Slammy Larson.
Please.
Luke and his buddies have a slam project that is pretty comical.
I got you want to ping samples because I need more.
Yes, he does.
Give me a message after.
I will.
Ping samples.
It's just gonna be a file called ping.
I can just hear it already in my head. It's like not Saint Anger, but it's almost Saint Anger.
It's pretty close.
I could perhaps interest you in a quick peruse of my ping samples.
Oh, please. Please, bro. I need this.
That's funny.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard a Kong.
There you go. That's one. Mm-hmm. I like that ping. That ping goes hard. I also have no. I got some. I collect them. These are like Pokemon cards to me. The more ping I have, the rarer they are.
That's awesome.
Actually, okay, hold on. First off, speaking of Pokemon and collecting, what you guys did with the blind box was so cool. Like the fact that you guys had all the different colorways and you didn't know what you were gonna get. So dope.
Is that a different spline unit?
No. Sorry. So the Cathedral they dropped with a bunch of different colors.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But it was the mystery box, so you didn't know what color.
Oh, that's very sick. So you just kind of like order it, and it's like kind of like the bubblegum or like the tattoo machine, where it's like, what are you getting today?
Kind of thing.
That's very sick. Well, you got one that's pretty dope.
Yeah. So and they were all seated differently as well, so there were different rarities. It was super sick.
That's very sick. That's smart marketing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's smart. More like I think we kind of realized that at this price point, this is about as far as a blind box can go. I'm not going to blind box a guitar.
Yeah,
fair enough.
100%, dude.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So we were lucky enough to
people like, but I feel like it's like enough of them, like the people who are purchasing this, like, which is funny because like as I'm trying this, I feel like this would appeal to so many more people than like just you doing the slam thing. But like the people who buy this are going to be happy with whatever iteration they get because they know what it is and they know that like there's like a bit of a niche factor to it, which makes it cooler, right? And like they're just kind of cool with getting that.
Well, I've been using.
I've bought pedals enough times to know what to get, and it's like, how do you change up the experience?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. The buying experience is something that should be cherished.
Oh, and it makes the unboxing more exciting as well. Like,
I mean, that's why we invest in decent packaging. Like, it's funny because like we could spend way less than we do on packaging, but like the amount of people that will comment or something being like, man, it was literally fun unboxing that thing because of like, you know, it's like, oh, here's like the little bag of goodies. Here's like all the, you know, like the presentation definitely shows like the care put into it, you know.
I'll make sure to film a proper unboxing video.
Yeah.
I'll make it all pretty.
Yeah, we should do one. We should get you something to do that with.
I'll sell my MT-15.
Sell the MT-15. We have one here.
We have one right
over here.
They sound really good for what they are.
They are, dude. We were trying. Is that what we were trying the other day in here? Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I wasn't.
I think it was. Any of the MT stuff I've tried sounds great, man. Like, it's a great little head. We make, like, I guess the G20 would be the closest solution to that. Like,
Yeah.
for, like, the direct in kind of like
Do all your heads have direct in, or is there like a wattage? Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, like the G20, just like the lunchbox one, you could still do it.
Would a G20 dimed and a G120 dimed sound the same in the direct in?
Not quite. So the it's just preamp stages, right? Like the G1, the 120, just because it's larger, has the extra preamp stages. The G50 is pretty bang on with it, like at the right volume. Like, I think if anything, the G50 is actually a little bit more aggressive.
I'd say so,
because it's EL34 based. So it is, when you hear that, you immediately think British voicing. I would say it's still voiced like one of our amps, but just the breakup threshold on the EL34s versus the 6L6s, they get hotter quicker. So you can like push it to that kind of like searing mid-range point at a much more reasonable place.
Okay.
Rather than like with a 120 watt amp where it's like, to get the most out of your power tubes, it's just absolutely ripped. Like with two EL34s in there, you can get that like kind of searing mid-range attack. So I kind of find the 50 actually to be a little bit more aggressive for that reason. It was like the thing when we used to make the Generator 740, which was the old version. It used 4 6v6s, which we like when tubes became as expensive than they did. It's really hard to justify making another amp that uses 4 6v6s. But like there was just something about the way that power section saturated, because it just used 4 really low output tubes that would just get super crispy like right away. And there's still something about that amp, I think, that is unique for that reason. People like headroom is kind of a thing. Like you think about it with recording too. It's like you don't want. That's why clipping is bad, because then you have no dynamic. It's like amps are the same way. You kind of need to allow yourself the ability to push and take away. And like, that was more of a conscious thought, I think, with the G50, which is like, how can we make it so that this thing just gets pissed off as fast as possible, but still has enough headroom?
Okay. I mean, like with pedal R&D, it takes a few years. Start with a rough idea, and then as we get through the iterations, it finds its soul, and we notice it, and we go, there it is, and we try to bring it out more, and we ask our friends, and we send it around. What's the amp like? What's that process for amp design like?
A lot of the same. Like, I feel like a lot of the like, obviously when like, I haven't been here quite since the beginning. Like, Rev started in like 2014. I would say we kind of really went to market like couple years after that, and didn't really start to like fully break into like the commercial mainstream until we put a pedal out, because it was one of like the G3 coming out was kind of the thing that actually made people recognize what we were doing. And I think at first it was because we were just trying to make these massive high gain tube heads. So I think the first thing is like you learn your market pretty quick through that type of feedback. And then the fact that the pedal did really well right away, it was like, okay, like people might want something a little more like approachable at home and attainable at home. So it was, so we did the D20, which was like basically like the pedal platform version, which was like objectively quite far away from what we had done. But just kind of through people trying the amps and giving feedback, we're like, okay, this would do well. And like right away, the G3 and the D20 became our top selling products because they were just more accessible. And then once people were able to kind of get introduced that way was when they were willing to invest in maybe a bigger amplifier anyway. So I feel like a lot of the stuff in terms of like our journey with going through that has just been, as you're saying, kind of based on feedback from like friends, customers, artists. Like, we're always willing to listen to that. And I think a lot of our products have been the result of that. Like the Tilt Overdrive, the D40, like any of that type of stuff was like very collaborative with like Sean Tubbs specifically on some of those. And then like the Mahler was a collab. Like the revisions of the new G series circuits were based on feedback from the original ones. So like we're not going to like compromise what we genuinely want and like believe that we want to do, but in the same breath getting that feedback and maybe hearing things in your product that you wouldn't have heard without that feedback definitely leads to creating something better, right? Yeah. That's the thing. So a lot of the same. I think it's just a matter of like, knowing what you want to do and like being willing to stick to that, but in the same breath you have to be willing to like at least accept hearing things from other artists and players that like everyone's ears are different, and that might point something out to you that will make your product better. And I think that kind of as we've grown exponentially, it has been a result of that type of feedback. It's very important,
I think it's so vital to have that circle of people around a company that are like, there's a genuine connection, and it's not just like this like faceless. So
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and you
Right.
get that with smaller companies too. Like, obviously Spline being like, as you said, you guys kind of realized you had a like mind and wanted to work on something from the ground up with it because you saw the vision and like you're like, I want to be a part of this because the community's there, company's great to work with, they're willing to work with you, and I think like it's just really important to like, as you're saying, know that and like be willing to like invest the time to get the result to where you want it to be, but also still consciously be willing to like not collaborate. Like this is a direct collaboration even with our products. I would say like even the ones that aren't directly a signature product, like in some way shape or form we've collaborated with artists or friends or whoever to kind of get that feedback because they believe, as you're saying, it's like you find people who believe in what you're doing and if like relate to what you're doing and want to be a part of it, and that's when you get the most natural feedback that's useful, when people are like honest,
absolutely.
when people are honest, right?
That's when I get like actual constructive criticism, and that's when it's actually when we move forward with that instead of just like I like it. And that's like I need more.
Do you have any other, like, now that this is out, and I'll just say firstly, congrats, because this thing is freaking sick, and I've been seeing a lot of people post, like I saw Jesse from Counterparts' demo of it. Jesse's a good buddy of ours, and spending some time with it today was sick. Now that it's out, and obviously you can't give away new projects, but like, is there anything you wish you did with this, or are you kind of ready to move on to something else, like based on how this has went? Like, do you have more ideas for like more unique products that you want to do? Or like, without giving stuff away, but it's like this obviously is not the first and last thing that you're gonna try to work on these guys with. Yeah.
There's about 5 or 6 other things in development right now from Spline.
With Spline, that's awesome.
Plus other aspects of Spline we're also going to develop in the future, like clothing. I also run a high fashion brand, so we have factory like tech packs and all that sorted, so we can make it for Spline.
That's sick.
That's so cool.
That's very cool.
I was talking to some friends about getting some drift cars branded with Spline livery.
That would be sick. That would be kind of like a toasted move.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's so many things we can do. So it's like, what do we want to do?
Yeah.
So we're kind of just like floating through and just seeing what options we have, because everything is so accessible and everything's so open now.
Yeah. It is. It's funny because it's like some people will say like, oh, everything's oversaturated now because of that. And it's like in the same breath, there's now just more opportunity to think of like new ideas. There's two ways you can. There's two ways.
Oversaturated, just lack imagination. This latency thing, man. I'm so sorry. I know.
No, dude, it's okay. Like I kind of feel that way about recording. It's like, obviously there's a sense of purity like in the art of the music itself, but like in terms of production, it's like, why would you not want to try everything that's available to you? Because there's so much, like there's so much more than there's ever been. And it feel like, like obviously if you know what you want to do, like it's easy to kind of stay in your world, but like being willing to explore new things is going to just, unlock so much more than you would sticking to your guns,
Like you said, like we're in such a unique time right now, and people say it's oversaturated because there's like for everyone with Logic, there's like 20 kids with FL Studio making beats, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if it's so accessible and everyone is now in the same playing field, the only thing that wins for you is your mind and what you can create.
Yeah.
So now only the best really make it through, and I think that's such a cool place to be in.
Yeah, that's why there's so much cool stuff happening, is because the people that are doing it are kind of forcing themselves to push it.
Yeah, there's no other way out.
Yeah, very cool, man. I think that mentality needs to be more prevalent, honestly. Like,
agreed.
That's the thing, is like that's how you break those walls down. And like, we're in a time, I feel like it's not to say anything. I mean, music has always been growing and evolving. Nothing's ever really been fully stagnant. But like, I do feel like in the past few years, just with the way the technology's going, it's just unlocking so much more. And it's cool to still take something kind of like analog, so to speak, like a pedal, and be able to integrate that and like kind of like take aspects of like the way that things have been done and make it cool and like fluid with what's happening now,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's just the natural progression of creating something with people in this landscape.
Yeah, absolutely. And finding those people, as you said, is like kind of the key to that. You find something that you latch onto and then it creates something like that. Sorry, we talked.
It's fine.
No, I was going to say to Luke, it's like Luke dialed his setting and then I just talked.
I don't even know if I dialed it
I talked over him for like 10 minutes.
You're good.
You're good, just chilling there.
You're fine.
Thanks for ringing Josh.
Let
me hang out.
No, you're good.
Yeah, the pink highlighter.
Yeah, no, this thing is sick.
Now the color is still matching. You got a yellow shirt, he's got a pink guitar. It's just flipping out.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
dude, this was scripted.
This is scripted.
Yeah, no, no, it should have been.
There's no way it's not. This is to be a
My
gag.
my brain didn't even notice the color
The shirt.
coordination.
I noticed the shirt now. Look at the shirt and the guitars. It's like you've tripled up now.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Damn,
That was
dude.
just
Starting
We
the
both also wore like death metal print long sleeves and fisherman hats today.
We'll say this
Yeah.
is a counterpart shirt.
Yeah,
Shout
there you
out
go.
counterparts.
Shout out the homies. This band actually, Anoxia, is from Sydney, Australia. This is Elias, our buddy. Yeah, the guy named Elias. He plays guitar in this band. He's a good friend of ours. Our buddy Kyle hooked up with him a while ago, and we built an amp for him. And he just sent us all this merch, and I love this shirt. It's sick. It's very loud and death metal-y. I wore this at the Christmas show.
Oh, really?
And then like there's old people. It's like, does that say revel in sin? It's like, yeah, you bet.
That's how I feel with my parents.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, who's that on your shirt? I'm like, oh, it's Pinhead from Hellraiser. They're like, oh, cool. Dope.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's awesome. I genuinely just like how these types of logos look. Like,
Oh, yeah,
they just
no, they're
look
so sick.
Yeah, like I don't listen to like a ton of heavy stuff, but like I absolutely will rep it because it looks awesome.
It's like me with my Sanguisuga bog hat that I wear.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said it in one. You said it smoothly.
Sanguisuga bog? Oh, yeah.
I haven't figured out how to say it. Sanguisuga.
Sanguisuga bog.
I just look at it and I know what it is.
Yeah, you can also say like sausage SpongeBob, anything like in that area, and then people will be like, "Oh yeah, I
Oh
know
yeah,
that."
those guys.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sausage
dead as
SpongeBob.
shit.
Yeah, is it the jack on the guitar?
Probably is.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Oh,
jack
but
on
she's
this
gone
guitar
now.
is friggin' around on me.
it's so acoustic.
You'll get it. There you go. Dude, I gotta fix that thing. Hang on. Here, I'll do it for you.
Give me
Play.
the Jackson.
No, oh yeah, take the Jackson.
Yeah, I'll
take
just
this.
take the Jackson.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, before we go, show us the guitar that or can you show us that?
Huh?
The aluminum guitar
yeah.
you were showing us? Yeah, I was gonna say, you should show us that before we go, because you were saying you're making your own guitar too. Is that a venture you think you'd ever want to get into, or is it just for yourself?
Wait, making my own guitar.
Yeah. Didn't you say you
No.
put it together?
Oh yeah, no, like these are like so this is from Hoxie. I reached out to them and I explained to them that I wanted something different. So they said, yeah, we see the vision. They sent me this. And then when I said I built the guitars and I screwed it together, I assembled it, and then my girlfriend does the wiring for me.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
It's chambered, so it's like hollow all the way through. You can kind of see it down here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Even the back, dude. This is not
That's
a live
dope.
guitar though, because this edge here is so sharp that if I swing the wrong way, I'm going to take someone's eye out, and I don't want to do that.
It is in fact metal.
But we got really cool pickups. Shout out Gorilla.
Gorilla Peg. Yeah, Luke, you were talking about that too, eh?
Yeah,
You gotta
they're
try
dope.
those, man.
Yeah,
Get some in
I've
here.
never tried one, but I've heard them. They sound really good.
This is the main baby.
Ooh, like that.
Same thing, except with an actual guitar neck.
Normal neck. Yeah.
Normal neck. It's the Fender Subsonic. If anyone's watching this and you're thinking about getting a subsonic neck and you want to know any of the issues straight up, the nut is not filed from factory and the frets are not stainless steel, so you will be facing that issue in about 3 or 4 years after you get it. But I will refret this, and I'll die on that hill that I'm going to keep this because I love the way this thing plays and looks.
Yeah.
New prototype in the pickup.
Nice.
It's called a Punkionic, but it's not out yet. It's a neodymium magnet instead of a ceramic or an Alnico.
Oh, cool. That's interesting.
Yeah, just because I don't like making the same things over and over again, and neither does Gorilla. So
Yeah,
thank God
totally.
for cool friends.
Yeah.
And I can like walk you through all the guitars, all the cool ones, but I don't really want that.
Oh no, you're good. I was just curious about the aluminum neck thing because, like, yeah, we tried those Illuminati guitars here, and it was very different than I expected it to be. Like, there's obviously a lot of like attack, but like there's a lot of stability as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you find that's the main difference? It's just like it's a lot more mid. The one that we tried at least was very mid forward, like very high mid forward. But
I've found on this one it's got a darker tonal shape, so there's like a low mid bump.
okay,
And it's louder, so it's darker and louder, which is not what I expected because I thought it would be brighter. So I was expecting this crazy like chug machine, and then I got this thing, and for some reason it worked better because having that low, when you palm it on that and chug it around, it shifts that peak from like 1.2K of that, like most of it comes a bit lower down, so the whole guitar changes its tonal spot in a mix slightly, and you can always bypass that and kind of correct it, but then that defeats the point of it. So I learned to embrace it and just shift everything in my mix a bit differently. And I don't know, it just feels weighty, like there's body to it.
Who was it that said heavy things sound heavy? It was Paul Yee.
Yeah, Paul Yee.
That's a quote from one of our producer buddies. Just heavy things sound heavy, and it's like,
It
yeah, it does. Yeah,
like depth.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be my new secret weapon. And I record a few bands in Perth that are local to me because I work remotely in music, so I get weird as hell when I don't talk to people. So having people to work in person every week or two is really important. And I'm tracking finals for a few of them now. And a lot of them are in the drop G area, so they kind of use whatever they have here. And they always gravitate towards that. They'll like shoot it out, and then they'll just grab the aluminum neck after all the shootouts.
And that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what they did with it, but that and the clairvoyant combination on a Fender body is crazy. Because the body's just a 1998 Burgundy Mist wine red, one of them.
It's just like Strat body.
Yeah, I got it from Marketplace, $400.
Sweet. That's cool, man. It's something unique, something to lean into, man.
Yeah.
It's cool though, like experimenting with those things and finding that it's like that's generally not what I would have, like, even with the Illuminati ones, it's like not at all what I would have expected from that type of instrument. They're very musical. It's just like a different timbre entirely, which for that types of sounds is nice. But
yeah.
I
don't think I'd ever gravitate towards an aluminum neck until I played that Illuminati, and I was like, I could use it for sure. Like it's different.
It feels like a normal guitar once it warms up.
Yeah, totally. I guess the temperature would be the thing. If it's cold, you'd feel that pretty quick. But
apart from, at least when I played the Illuminati, I couldn't feel any vibration off the neck.
Right.
So that was a little weird to get used to.
I was absorbing a lot of it. Yeah. But that also was a synthetic body, I think. Like you just have it on a Strat body. Like I feel like that's gonna you'll feel a lot more of that. Like the Illuminati is already a like there's no wood on that whole guitar, right? So like,
what's that? It's like an epoxy almost kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's acrylic. That's what I'm trying to say.
I can feel the vibrations on this one pretty clear, like a standard guitar.
Yeah.
It's still like, it sounds like a standard guitar. It plays like one.
Yeah.
It's weird. I didn't expect to fall in love with it. It's so silver. It's like, I messaged Hoxie and I was like, could I powder coat this? Because if I could powder coat this white.
Yeah. I wonder if that would affect.
And I haven't seen anyone do that.
I just feel.
Yeah, but like if you do like a thin coat, that's not. Like we do, like we get a lot. Obviously, like our pedals and stuff get powder coated. It's like I feel like this feels like feeling like the type of matte paint on this. It's like
that was my concern. But I could always refinish it after, or I could anodize it.
Maybe I was gonna say you could strip it. Yeah, exactly. This feels. I don't know. That could be pretty smooth, to be honest.
Yeah.
Feeling that type. Like if you got the right, obviously do like a matte something or other. Like that would work.
But I'm just gonna like buy a neck from Hoxie though. I'm not gonna ask him for a free neck to turn into a science experiment because that's a bit disrespectful.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Don't know if you don't try it. But
that is true. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
That's
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Wayne Gretzky. Sweet, man. Well, honestly, dude, thanks for joining us. I know you said you stay up, late to that time anyway, but it's quite late there. So I do really appreciate you taking the time to come kind of show us what this thing does and chat a bit. Yeah, it's been nice chatting and kind of picking your brain a little bit because this is one of the few things I plugged into in a while where instantly it was just like, oh, this is different and fun, and I'm just kind of curious what went into it. So thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you so much for taking your time.
Like,
it's nice to know people enjoy our pedals because it's so hard when you're on the inside. It's hard to visualize.
Oh, totally. 100%. That's kind of how we, being in the shop here every day too. It's like you get into the grind pretty hard, and then you go to like, NAMM or like any of those types of things where you actually talk with real, as you're saying, like real human beings that exist outside of the digital world, and kind of like, it's nice to have that community, and I feel like you guys are leaning into some pretty cool stuff, and it's cool to see you working with another Canadian company. I feel like, we're doing with us and with Dingwall and like some other companies, like we're doing Empress. Yeah. We're
Temple.
Spline, I think we're doing okay in the gear world.
Oh yeah,
So,
borders
yeah,
don't matter. I've heard about you guys all the way here. You
yeah,
guys are doing great.
yeah. Thanks, dude. We got to get you set up with some stuff. And if you do end up making your way to Canada and feel like making the 24-hour trip to Winnipeg,
24-hour trip or 24-hour flight?
flight's 2.5. It's not bad.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like it's 2.5.
It's easy, but it's not like I was gonna say. I feel like we suffer from kind of the same thing as Australia, where it's like it's not that far, but like by car, it's very inaccessible. Like it's not like in the States where you can just drive like a couple hours and be.
Really? I've never been to the States or Canada or Europe. I grew up in Singapore, so.
Oh,
this
cool.
is-
Dope.
Nice. I visited Singapore once. It was pretty cool for like a couple days, but I feel like it's that part of the world you don't see in a couple days. There's so much to see.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
but
a lot of culture, but also like a lot of like stuff hidden away from the tourism, whereas like the actual lives of people living there is a lot different than you'd think.
Totally, man. And that's
Yeah,
definitely what I like to experience more when I travel and not just go do all the traps. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But I usually end up seeing like the same bar or venue, and then the wilderness for the 12-hour drive, and then the same.
yeah, that's pretty much it. And then when you go to the States, you can just stop at a bajillion different Walmarts and then
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
If you're in the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I go to the States, I'm seeing like the gym every night, the same.
Yeah.
What's the gym you guys got? We just shower at on tour.
Isn't that? I don't think we have it. Is it Planet Fitness?
Planet.
Do you guys not have it?
Okay. No, we do have one.
We have Planet Fitness. There's lots of different chains in the States. There's like in Canada, it would be like Good Life or like Planet Fitness or like any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the tour hack, man. Is just use the gym shower straight up.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, because the venues don't always got them. So.
You can't shower on the bus.
No, lots of things you can't do on the bus.
We did it on the bus anyway. We showered on the bus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to empty out the shower water.
Yeah.
Although-
Just got to time it with when you're making those water stops. The bandwagons, as much as they suck, have a shower.
Yeah.
Most buses don't, but yeah. Cool, man. Well, thanks so much for joining us. For anyone who was watching, thank you for joining. This will be up on YouTube. And if you have any questions for us, or I would say for Josh as well, you can comment on the video here. We'll do our best to answer. And yeah, thanks again, man. Really
Yeah,
just
really
appreciate you
appreciate it.
taking the time to come and hang out with us for a little bit.
Thank you so much for your time and effort to color coordinate the set today.
Oh, dude, it was, premeditated.
All me, completely intentional.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. And we'll chat soon.
Yeah. I'll play us out if you want.
Play us out, Luke.
Okay, this is for all my fat boys.
Send it off.
Oh, are you good?
I'm just saying, You meant to play us out.